Hey guys, it's GoldenSteelTV here. We're in the city called Queenstown, which is a city I built in Minecraft a couple of months ago. It was a long, complex project that took me months to finish. You know. The name Queenstown comes from a town in Ireland that was the last stop at the Titanic before it sank in 1912. Queenstown was the last stop Titanic made after stopping at Cherbourg, France and Southampton, England, and then they stopped at Queenstown, Ireland to pick up the passengers that were sailing from Ireland to New York. And of course, 4 days later, it sank, killing 1,500 people on board. 706 people survived. Okay, that's the origin of the name Queenstown. Alright. There's lots to talk about, you know, so I'll get to them in a bit. But first, I want to show you something new. This is the mural that I put up of a Rasta flag and a Jamaican flag. This is the Rasta flag with green, yellow, and red colors in it. And the Jamaican flag, of course, right there. So, if you're from Jamaica or if you're Jamaican, I hope you feel proud to be watching this video. This is the old style sign that I put up in front of the bar. Only real OGs from Chicago know what this is. But for those who may not know, Old Style is a beer company in Chicago. And back in the 70s, a lot of signs that said Old Style were put up at Chicago bars. And in fact, you'll still see old style signs that are in Chicago bars throughout that have the old style sign. They also sell on eBay, so if you want one, go on eBay and buy one. It's pretty expensive, but it's cool to have one, you know, because it's part of Chicago history. I love talking about my hometown, you know, because that was the city where I was born and where I grew up in. Alright, we're inside the bar. We're putting up some chairs and tables. And of course, we got the 21 and over sign. Okay. We also put up opened up stores like Clothing Kings, which is a fictional brand I created, Foot Locker, which is of course a real life shoe store, and of course Guitar Center, with lots of musical instruments and equipment right here that are being sold, including some CDs, cassettes, and records. Okay, we got some more right here, another fictional brand that I created, the 24/7 supermarket, Fresh Cuts Barbershop. Alright, let's get to sports right now. In football, the first thing I want to talk about, that's my cat, Randy. Alright, anyways. The first thing in football we have to talk about is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was a god throughout last year and throughout this season. But unfortunately though, in the game against the Broncos, he dislocated his kneecap. But before that, he was dealing with an ankle injury that he sustained in the first game of the season against the Jaguars. Alright. If you're wondering why this building's on fire, I actually bombed the building, and in the process, it broke glass from different buildings. Yeah, so you can see the damage right there. So yeah. Anyways, back to football. Mahomes' injury got worse in the game against the Colts when an offensive lineman accidentally hit his ankle, and that caused everyone to worry about him. There was even a church in Kansas that were scheduling prayer services for Patrick Mahomes' ankle because they were praying that a horrible injury wouldn't happen to him. But unfortunately, their prayers were never answered when he injured his knee in the game against the Broncos. Alright, this is a small town called Carlisle. There's only one guy right there, so you can see how small this village is. You know. Anyways, yeah, the injury was so bad that medical personnel had to pop his ankle, had to pop his foot so they could put it back into place, and it's actually pretty scary to watch because it's actually one of the most painful procedures you have to go through when you dislocate any part of your body, like your foot or your hand or your wrist or your arm, anything like that. And believe me, you will be in agonizing pain when they pop your injury to put it back into place. Alright, this is the football stadium. It's still the same and will always be the same until the Super Bowl. Alright, back to real stuff. Yeah. After they popped his knee, Mahomes was able to walk back to the sidelines and had to leave the game early and was taken over by I forgot what was his name, but I think it's Matt Moore, his backup. And I hope Mahomes gets well. I hope he gets well soon. So thoughts and prayers go out to him. Anyways, this is the basketball arena. Here, just to let you know, basketball is already back. We had Clippers versus Lakers. The Clippers won against the Lakers. It shows who is the real team in LA. The Clippers have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. The Lakers have LeBron and Anthony Davis. So yeah, LA is about to become one of the biggest sports cities in the world, just as it already is, with the LA Rams, the Dodgers, the Angels, the Kings, the Rams and Chargers, pretty much everything. You know, LA is a sports town. Zion Williamson had to undergo surgery on his knee, and he will have to be out for 6 to 8 weeks, which means that he'll have to be back by December. I hope he goes through a speedy recovery, and thoughts and prayers go out to him too. Alright, this is the baseball field. Although we're in the World Series, since baseball is over with, the baseball field is now an empty sawdust pit. It's like an empty sawdust pit, you know. There's no one here, all the lights are turned off, and the entry to the stadium is denied through these iron doors that I put up right there. So yeah, it's gone. Baseball is done. So yeah. This open space will be used to build an amphitheater to host more concerts because when sports are going on right now, like basketball, football, I want to host some more concerts in the amphitheater that will be built right there. So yeah. Alright. In other news in football, there is some controversy going on with the Bears because we've had some offensive struggles throughout the season. Mitch Trubisky was injured in his shoulder in the game against the Vikings, and but when he came back against the Saints, he did alright statistically, but he performed a little bit better in the fourth quarter, but it was too late for him to make a comeback. Well, one of the things he needs to fix in order to be a good quarterback is that he needs to manage his time wisely. You know, because as a quarterback, you need to manage your time wisely in order to lead your team to a comeback win or to a victory. That was during a game against the Saints. Drew Brees still couldn't play because of his thumb injury, but he will actually be back soon, so hooray! Yeah. But Mitch needs some work to do, especially his offensive line and Matt Nagy. One of the things they haven't been doing too much is they haven't been running the damn ball. Yeah, that's right. Use a running back. They got their running backs like Tariq Cohen, David Montgomery, but they haven't used them as running backs that much. But why? I don't know. So, in order for them to win more games, they need to use the running game more and more and more, rather than pass the ball constantly. So yeah, that's one thing I want the Bears to actually do in order to win more games, because if that backfires, then it's a wrap. We end up missing the playoffs, and we end up third or the last in the division. To be honest, the NFC North is a brutal division. The Packers are a winning team, and Aaron Rodgers just came off one of the best games of his career, which had him with a perfect passer rating of 158.3, which is actually the perfect passer rating that you have. It happens very, very rarely in football, but he had some of the that was his great game. Okay, our American cousin. Alright, for those of you who don't know, our American cousin is a play that Abraham Lincoln watched when he was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth on April 14th, 1865 at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. Lincoln was watching the play when John Wilkes Booth came up and shot him with a pistol. Lincoln was pronounced dead the next morning, and what happened to Booth after that? Well, Booth was then found by the military forces and was killed at a farm in Virginia. So that's the whole Abraham Lincoln assassination story. To give you guys some context. Alright, like I said, this open space will be used to build a new amphitheater, which will be built soon. So, I can't wait to do that. And another reason why the NFC North is a brutal division is because, well, there is cutthroat competition between the Packers, Bears, Vikings, and the Lions. You know, because, the Packers have Aaron Rodgers, the Vikings have Kirk Cousins, the Bears have Mitch Trubisky, of course, and the Lions have Matthew Stafford, and it's stiff competition between them in the division, you know. So yeah, who will win the division this year? Well, it could be the Packers, likely. It's a 2/3 chance. I don't know. As long as they keep winning, I guess. So yeah. Okay, we're in the studio where we film TV, and we got the radio too. I actually created a playlist of songs that will be played for different radio stations that we have in Minecraft. Although we can't play these songs in Minecraft, of course, because that's impossible. I'll put when I'm done putting up these playlists, I'll put them in the link. I'll put them in the description below. It's gonna be a long list, so I'll put them on a document. Alright. The team that I haven't talked about yet, but have been doing so well this year are the San Francisco 49ers. They were trash last year, but with Jimmy Garoppolo finally being healthy and Nick Bosa being a beast, the 49ers have been doing so well this season, you know. Like the Patriots, they've gone undefeated. I don't know who will destroy their undefeated record yet, but let's see who does. Tom Brady is doing well, but it's mostly his defense that's helping the Patriots have an undefeated record this season. And yeah, this is a strange biome in Minecraft with these red cows, as you saw right there. It's unique. Doesn't happen in the real world, but yeah. Okay, I think that's all I can talk about in sports, so let's go toward the village of Floyd, where I come from. Alright, this is my mansion with my 4 cats. The cats' names are Daniel, Garfunkel, Jim, and Carson. Alright, let's go to the next house. This is the living quarters for these villages. That guy right there is a farmer a guy named Chuck and a guy named William. This is Chuck and this is William. Alright. We got a butcher house right here. And that guy right there is an iron golem. You see that right there? That's an iron golem. Alright, we have another living quarters. That guy right there is Henry. The other guy right there doesn't have a name yet, but alright. Yeah, it's a huge town, you know. And we got another mansion right here. We got the map of the village right here. And this is mostly used as a storage building. Alright. And we got these small houses, you know, with beds for villagers. And alright, same thing right here. Alright, this is the church. I could label it as a Catholic church or a Christian church. I'm not trying to go and get it. I'm not trying to get into religion, but I just built it because it didn't naturally spawn. You saw that bell right there? That's the church bell. All right, we got a few more small houses right here and here. That's William again. All right, this is the bird's eye view of the village. And one last thing before we go, we got some transportation links to the village by sea and water, with these docks right here and these boats that are being docked right here. And here we have the name of this village, called Floyd. The number may be exaggerated, but since this town is so big, I decided to put that number. Alright. The name Floyd comes from my favorite band called Pink Floyd. I'm sure you've heard about them before. And I'm not going to explain who they are, because you may have already known about them. Alright, this is the train station that connects the village to the city. Since it's connected by train, I would consider this village a suburb or just a village. I don't know. That's up to you to decide. Alright. Alright, that's all for the mini tour of the village. I hope you got to know everything about the village. If I didn't, that's okay, but I just wanted to give you a little tour about this village so you can know about it a little bit better. That guy right there in the black apron is Tyson. You saw that guy right there? Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.